Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, then my name is Crystal and I talk about all things pregnancy, mom life, marriage, health and wellness. I always aim to be honest, open, and real. So if that's what you're looking for, please consider subscribing to my channel so we can have some real talk. Alright, so jumping into today's video, I want to give a quick pregnancy update. I am currently 28 weeks with baby number 2, child number 3. Right now I have a 16-year-old bonus son named Jeremiah and a 2.5-year-old toddler named Brixton. So let's jump right into what the first couple of weeks of the third trimester have been like. So I think in some previous updates I've said the trimester 2 with my first, I remember that being a little more exhausting than trimester 3. And because I was super exhausted in trimester 2 this time, I was hoping that I would get that same kind of energy that I had in trimester 3 with Brixton. But I am here to report that is so far not the case at all. T3 kind of hit me like a ton of bricks. No lie, I woke up feeling bigger and more tired pretty much overnight. And when I say bigger, I don't know that my belly has necessarily gotten bigger, but baby girl is definitely filling out more of that space that was made for her early. Because if you haven't seen any of my other updates, I was showing almost immediately. So there has been lots of playroom in there, and that is just honestly not the case anymore. There's no way, because I don't know how to describe it other than say I just can feel her more. So like there's more space taken up. So bending and moving and things have become more difficult, even in my belly size that has not increased a ton. So I've definitely been exhausted. I have been taking power naps. I have a maternity pillow up on the bed right now, as well as a maternity pillow down in the living room, just because I need to take these like quick 10-minute naps sometimes when I feel like I'm not going to be able to keep my eyes open to get through the day. So that's one thing that I'm feeling, big and exhausted. Are two things. That's two things. The other thing that hit me kind of immediately that I wasn't really expecting, I don't know why, I'm not going to be the first pregnant woman to say this, but I definitely could feel more of the aches and pains in my body. And again, I think there was just a growth spurt in there, and so a little heavier, even if not super big, and just the way that pulls your body in different directions. And so I was feeling a lot more in like my back and my hips and like this whole general support area. And so I was doing a lot more foam rolling and a lot more stretching really for the first week. I think just in that overnight like growth spurt, it hit my body hard. And so I was doing, like I said, foam rolling. I was doing a lot more stretches. I was being more intentional about my movements and just making sure that my body was adjusting. It's a lot better now, kind of at the end of the 28th week than it was like at the beginning of the 27th. So that stuff was working, and now I've been pretty much able to stick with my normal workouts and stretches and not have to add anything additional to feel comfortable. But I definitely was adding things in like every day to feel normal in that first few days. And I guess the only other thing that I would really consider not so much a symptom but part of the experience is, because this little one has gotten so big, I'm definitely feeling and seeing more of the movements. They're more frequent now. Brixton and Daniel have been able to feel her moving. She definitely responds to any type of presence at my belly. So if they lay their hand or their head on my stomach, she's immediately, if she's awake, but she's like immediately kicking and moving and doing all of the things. And I just keep telling Brixton like she's just trying to give you a hug. That might not be the case, but I think that's a more positive spin on it. But yeah, she's a little feisty one. As for something else I've been feeling that isn't necessarily physical in the last couple weeks is the time crunch. Oh my goodness. We are going to be delivering at 37 weeks. We did confirm that, and that means that in about 2 months, this baby is coming. And that is interesting, to be in the single digits for weeks. Like, that's crazy. And I feel like I am no more prepared than I was on January 2nd when I took the pregnancy test and found out we were expecting. So that makes this little planner a lot of anxious, but it's gonna be okay. We're gonna figure it out and buckle down. I've already started kind of like seeing what I can push off the plate to make more room for the nesting behaviors that I am so desperately wanting to do. Like, I feel them and you can't control it. It's not mental, like you just have to do it. I'm feeling that, and so that is overwhelming all of the other things on that list. So I'm kind of like, okay, what cannot happen or get pushed off? What can I ask somebody else to do? So that is one thing that I'm feeling that's not really a symptom, but definitely something that popped up hardcore when I realized like we are almost out of time here to get ready for this one. Oh, and one thing that I haven't checked in on in a while because I kept forgetting was to check in on my weight. So I have gained about a total of 29 pounds or so this pregnancy so far. But I think honestly that 29 pounds has been hanging steady for at least a month, if I'm being honest. It spiked pretty quickly because, like I said, I started showing pretty early. There was a big jump, but I feel like it's been kind of remaining steady for quite a while now. Belly is getting bigger, but I do feel slimmer and actually the rest of my body than I did a few months ago. So the weight, I think it's just redistributing all to here, and that is perfectly fine with this mama. So if you have not seen my pregnancy must-haves video already, you can check that out. But one of my must-haves is definitely a good pregnancy safe, pregnancy specific workout program. It makes me feel better and physically as like in movement, but it also makes me feel better in confidence and self-esteem because I feel like I'm keeping everything tight and together. Other fun things that are up to update you is that last week we did have our growth scan, so we got to see the little lady, and oh my gosh, just adorable, falling in love all over again as soon as you see that little face. Those 3D ultrasounds are amazing. So yeah, she's doing great. She was almost 3 pounds already. Looks good, heart rate was good, everything was all good. Did confirm that we are proceeding forward with, like I said, 37-week C-section. So I will be calling to schedule that this week. So yeah, then in the next couple of days we will have our C-section date. And again, I'm a planner, so it doesn't bother me. I try to look at the positive things of what's, so we have to have a C-section. I'll accept the wonderfulness that is being able to schedule it and know and have things in place. So I think those are all the updates that I have. So now let's do a quick bump update. All right, so here's the 28-week belly from the front and from the side. All right. No shirt from the front. I don't know if you can tell, the belly button is still in, but getting a little bulgy from the front, from the side. And if you've been following along, we do have an update on baby's actual size from the book. Here's a couple different angles of what baby could be looking like in there as far as size goes. I can see it. Can you see it? Yeah. All right, so that is everything for my 28-week pregnancy update. So tell me, how did trimester 3 hit you? Did you feel like you got hit by a truck immediately, or did you find an energy surge like I did with my first? Are you getting anxious about nesting? Please tell me all the things. I can't wait to hear what your trimester 3 experience has been like so far. If you're a little further along, anything I need to be on the lookout for, because I'm a planner, so it's nice to know what could be on the horizon. And if you are not yet in trimester 3, mama, don't worry. Yes, you might end up being a little bit tired. Yes, you might feel a little bit big, but it is still so amazing and worth it to bring your little bundle of joy into the world. So I hope you found this helpful, and if you did so, please give it a thumbs up so other mamas can find it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, mama.